everybody, I'm back with another video. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make it girl go up a little bit because my views are okay, but my subscription is not going up. So, you know, if you're watching this video, if you like my other videos, check those out and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. Today is gonna be an interesting story time. I'm gonna tell y'all about Antonio's crazy stalker ex, okay? And I'm gonna include some screenshots, but before I get into it, I gotta tell y'all some background information so you can understand the situation a little better, okay? So Antonio and we both have a mutual friend. I'm gonna call her Kay. So Kay knows me from my 9th grade year, and that was like 2012, 2013. And she knows Antonio from his 11th grade year, that was like 2013, 2014. So we became friends with her around the same time. His ex, I'm gonna call her Little Bill. And y'all gonna see why. So his ex, Little Bill, and then she has a little brother, I'm gonna call him Caillou. Antonio was friends with Caillou before he started dating Little Bill. Then he started talking to Little Bill and he found out that Little Bill was Caillou's big sister. So just keep that in mind for the rest of the story. Let me go ahead and get into the 4 different incidents we had with her. Antonio and I started talking spring of 2019. So spring 2019, we started talking, and we didn't meet up with each other until May of 2019, right before his birthday. And we were gonna wait until we met up to make everything official. But you know, we were calling each other bae and talking every day. Everything basically like we were in a relationship without any titles. So a couple of days before Antonio was supposed to come meet me for the first time, I went to the pool with Kay and one of our other friends before we went out to a game night with the rest of our friends. So I went to Kay's house before we went to the pool. Kay was like, she had something to tell me. So I'm like, okay, what do you have to tell me? And she said she really didn't want to tell me because she didn't want Antonio to be upset with her, but she's been my friend longer, so she wants me to know what's going on. Kay told me that Little Bill called her because she knew Kay from when she was in a relationship with Antonio as his friend. And she asked her about this picture that Antonio posted of me. He posted it twice. The first time he put mine as the caption on the picture. Then he took it down and he reposted it with nothing on it. I didn't know why he did that at the time, but it wasn't a big deal, so I wasn't really paying attention to it. This girl that he posted, are they talking? Do you know anything? And she told her that she didn't know me. She basically lied to her so that she can get more information out of the girl to tell me later on. So the girl was like, I just wanted to know because I saw Antonio this weekend in Atlanta. We talked and he basically said that we were gonna work things out. He had my car and I think that he was in the car with this girl riding around Atlanta, which I wasn't. I lived 3.5 hours away. So of course I wasn't in her car, but that's what the crazy girl assumed. And she was basically trying to figure out information about me because Antonio had her blocked on social media, but he had her friends watching his page. So that's how she saw the post. So that was the first incident. We ended up talking about it, and later on, you know, we got over it, we got past it, and we made the relationship official. Fast forward about a month. So we're together, we're in a relationship, we're together every day, all day, and I made a tweet about Antonio basically saying, oh, whenever we argue, he runs back to his ex. It was just a joke. We laughed about it. He laughed about it. That was the end of it. Later on that day, I get a retweet and a like on that tweet, and I get a follow. I go look at the person that's retweeting and liking the tweet, and it's his freaking ex. She found my Twitter, but it's weird because he had her blocked. So I figured out that the way that she found my Twitter was she would go into the search bar and she would put his handle into the search bar. Of course, his tweets wouldn't pop up because he had her blocked, but she could still see when other people mentioned him and she could see their tweets. So she found me that way. That kind of frustrated me because I've already had a situation where this girl is calling my friend unknowingly asking about me. So I make a subtweet and I said, it's crazy that people stalk their ex's new girlfriends. She took offense to that and she immediately blocked me. I guess she thought that I wouldn't know who she was and she wouldn't be noticed. But you were, sis. So she immediately blocked me, which I was fine with because you shouldn't have followed me in the first place. I continue on my little rant. It wasn't anything super disrespectful. I was just saying that's crazy, that's weird. You need to let the past go and everything. I was like posting pictures of me and him. Like, if you're still watching this, sis, we're happy. I don't know what you were looking for, but I hope you found it. She unblocked me and she started talking all this crap, just talking junk, calling me childish, saying that I should have just let her follow me, saying that I'm doing too much. Everything, no, sis, you're doing too much. You thought I wouldn't notice you, and I did. But you're the one that's going out of your way to find me on Twitter. We end up getting into it, you know. We weren't directly talking to each other, but I was tweeting my stuff. She was tweeting her stuff, but she still had me blocked. Her brother, Caillou, he started talking junk about Antonio. Mind y'all, he was on the phone when she called Kay in the first incident, and he was talking junk about Antonio then, and they're supposedly friends, and they kind of got into it. At this point, Antonio was tired of it, so he called Caillou, and he was like, hey, you need to tell your sister that she needs to chill, like, leave us alone, let us be. Her brother was like, okay, I tell her to chill. Yes, she wrong, but you need to tell your girl to stop talking junk because she's making the situation worse. That makes no sense. I'm defending myself. Like, what do you mean? So they ended up kind of getting into it. They're no longer friends over that situation. We left it alone. So fast forward a couple months. I'm pregnant now. I'm about 16 weeks along. It's my birthday. And I had my little small gender reveal on my birthday. It was a last minute decision because at first we were gonna wait until the birth to find out what I'm having. But I had scheduled a sonogram on my birthday anyways as a birthday gift. And I was like, well, I'm 16 weeks. I don't have my anatomy scan for 4 more weeks, but I can go ahead and see if we can find out what it is. I'll have the envelope. I'll take it to Party City. And we'll pop a balloon in my backyard and we'll just find out, me, you, and my mom. We'll send a video to everybody and that'll be the end of that. Wasn't a big deal, wasn't a big party. It was just a little small last minute thing. For my birthday, I post a happy birthday picture and I post the gender reveal video. But it was just a little snippet because we wanted to keep the gender a secret from social media. We were so secretive about our pregnancy because of this crazy girl. She was basically stalking us. Like, it was nothing we could do. This girl ends up finding my Instagram. I don't know how. Well, I do know how now, but at the time I didn't know how. And she watches my story. So knowing her, I knew that she was gonna go to Twitter and talk shit. So I go to her Twitter. She's calling my gender reveal ghetto. She's talking about my wig. She's saying that my frontal is overplucked and overprocessed, something like that. And she's just going in on me all because I had a gender reveal and I'm pregnant by her ex. And mind y'all, she's not even the last ex. She's the ex before last. And the reason that Antonio didn't want to tell her that he was talking to me when they first talked was because he knew that she was gonna do something crazy like this. She's talking junk. I get completely tired of it. And I'm like, I'm gonna blast this girl. So that's what I did. I took one of her pictures and I posted it. Since she wanted to talk about my frontal, let's talk about yours, sis. and I put out a lot of information that Antonio had told me about her cheating and everything, and I basically said, I'm not the reason he doesn't want you. You're the reason he doesn't want you. You cheated and everything. So I guess that struck a nerve with her. And she hit me up in my DMs on Instagram, and she started going in, talking shit, everything, talking about she was gonna whoop my ass, like basically threatening me. And I guess she thought I lived in Atlanta because she kept saying pull up. Mind y'all, I live 4 hours away. 4 hours away. So how am I going to pull up? And secondly, I'm 4 months pregnant, and she knew that. So like, what are you talking about? But I decided, oh, she's pressed, I'm not, let's have some fun with it. So I started going in on her. She was so mad. I was just joking around, you know, talking my shit. She was so bad. But I'm gonna put the screenshots up so you guys can see that. Okay, I put the screenshots up kind of fast. If you do want to stop it, you can. But the gist of it is her making up a bunch of bullshit from things that she thinks she puts together, but it's wrong. And she said they were engaged. They never were. He gave her a promise ring for her birthday. But yeah, this bitch is crazy. She thinks she knows more than she does. Basically, she just in her feelings. She ended up blocking me. I blocked her back so that she couldn't come block and unblock me and still stalk my page. But she had a bunch of her friends still watching my story. So one by one, I just started blocking all of them. That was the end of that. I didn't want anything to do with Shorty because she was just a waste of time. This is a couple months later. If you have Twitter, you know sometimes those bot pages follow you on Twitter. And they're like a name, and then they have a whole bunch of numbers behind them. I usually block those because if you don't block them, then they'll DM you, send you a whole bunch of spam, and I don't like my DM to be spammed up and everything. So I automatically block them when they follow me. And there was this one in particular, it was like Angel 91765, something like that. And I just blocked it, not thinking about it or anything. Antonio and I get into a little spat. The first thing I always do to be petty is block him on social media because I know he hates being blocked. And we're usually sitting in the same place when I do it, so it's not a big deal. But when I block him, he'll always lock his account so that I can't go back and lurk on his page while he's still blocked. He's basically like, if I can't see your tweets, you can't see my tweets. He made his Twitter private so I couldn't see his tweets because I was no longer following him. So he goes home, he get on the phone, and he's basically like, bruh, is this you DMing me? I'm like, what are you talking about, Antonio? Why would I DM you on Twitter and we're talking on the phone? He was like, you sure this ain't you? Because some fake pages hit me up talking about why I put my page on private and everything. So I'm like, no, that's not me. What are you talking about? And he says, yeah, this Angel 91765, whatever. This page just hit me up and it's like, oh, I don't always stalk your page. Do I look at your page sometimes? Yes. Do I stalk you? No. Like a whole bunch of stuff. I'm gonna see if Antonio still has the DM. If he does, I'll put it in here. I knew it was his ex the whole time. So he told her, you know, just leave him alone, everything, just go on about your business. I didn't put my page on private because of you. I didn't even know you were watching me. You just exposed yourself. I did it for another reason. Something just clicked in my head, like that handle sounds familiar because he sent me the screenshot. And I just so happened to go to my blocked accounts, and it was the account that followed me that blocked me. So basically she made a fake page to follow me a few weeks back, and she was using it to watch Antonio's page. But I guess because I blocked her when she followed me, she didn't want to follow him, so she was just like stalking it basically. But when he made it private, that pissed her off because she couldn't stalk it anymore. And at this point I was just over it because she was saying something like, oh, if you tell your baby mama, I'm just gonna ignore her if she comes at me again. Like, girl, what are you talking about? We're not even thinking about you. You keep trying to insert yourself. But that was the last that we've heard of her. She tried to apologize, but I don't think it's over with. I feel like sis gonna come back with some more stuff, because it seems like every time something good happens for us, it triggers her to act crazy. Like when we made the relationship official, when we announced that we were pregnant, when we had the gender reveal, when I had my baby, like all of these dates correlate to the 4 times she's acted crazy. So I feel like she just watches us, and whenever something goes too good for us, she gets mad and tries to reach out. But those are the 4 incidents. I'm pretty sure it's not over with. Sis gonna be back. So if anything happens major, I'll update you guys. But so far, I hope you enjoyed the story time. I hope you enjoyed the craziness that I go through. If you did, make sure you like the video, comment on it, tell me your opinion on this situation, and make sure you subscribe to the girl. But for now, I'll see y'all later.